I mean, regardless of how this works, it can't be worse than the last one.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm just gonna let that be the start. So we're beginning now, just without him.
Oh, okay.
He'll just show up later.
Well, that'll be interesting. Watch as he gets super pissed off that we started off without him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So
Bucky.
I guess
He'll probably get mad anyway.
Welcome to the B&D podcast. Minus Bucky for the time being.
He'll join in a minute.
So I guess it's really just the N&D podcast for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ND.
Oh, stop it, Windows. I don't wanna.
What does Windows want you to do?
I don't know. I closed it before I could read it. I don't care.
So if we
That's
actually
smart.
are starting, so I guess we're at my house today.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the nice little ambience, like the pool motor going and the dogs jumping in and out of the water,
That's fine.
or at least one of the dogs trying to jump into the water.
He's
There
doing
he
it very
goes.
cautiously.
He's not necessarily used to the water yet. Don't
come
call
over
him.
here,
He's going to
Spike.
jump out.
Good.
Better watch out for her. She'll.
I know.
Yeah, she'll
Oh.
jump up on you.
Well, I know, but she'll also do the shake thing and get his laptop wet.
Yeah, that too.
What is he doing?
What did Bucky go off to? Oh, right, hang up clothing because my mom has great sense of timing.
Yeah.
That's why I just brought a trash bag, so I can just throw my clothes in that bag first, and then in the trash bag once they're wet.
I guess I don't know. What do we start? I guess we'll start with this. Batarangs. I made them.
I have no emotion. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I mean, I thought they were pretty cool.
I mean, there's the Dark Knight version, and
Welcome
then
to the podcast.
podcast is already going.
Welcome
You're late.
to the B&B podcast, guys. I
Already
just
did
got
that.
back.
Yeah.
Well, I get to do it because it's my thing. God. So Chris's
Told you he was
mom.
gonna be mad.
Did you guys explain?
No.
So Chris's mom made me go hang up my pants, but I always keep my pockets full of a bunch of crap, so I had to empty out my pockets into my backpack. And while that was happening, your mom was trying to tell me to make you go back to school and get a degree.
I'm already in classes. The thing that Mom
this
does
is
not
a great
understand
start
here
to a
is that
podcast.
I am already signed up for classes. I am already going to school. She's not aware of this because I don't have to go to a actual school to go to school.
I just thought it was funny because she was like trying to get me to tell you, and I was like, yeah.
Sure.
She's like, tell him, or at least to get a job. And I didn't want to say it, but I was going to be like, he wants a job. It's his dad that sometimes says no.
I keep telling them, like, look, until there's... I mean, as of right now, though, the one problem with our household is that my brother has a schedule that just is impossible to keep up with. So if I'm not cleaning the house and cooking, I'm also driving my brother places. And I have to babysit him while he's there, essentially, because he can't drive yet. So once he can drive, I'm free to do whatever. That's why I'm like doing stuff like blacksmithing and knife making, is because I can do that while I'm at home, and I can make a little bit of money on the side. Speaking of which, as I already brought up, batarangs. There are 2 of them. I wasn't sure which one you wanted actually, so they're like $15 a piece. Here you go. Pass them.
I'm like in a really saggy chair, so you can't just pass stuff to me directly.
Well,
No.
it also works out because you're like
Spike
away.
is stuck.
I am further away from the microphone.
Yeah, it works a
I
little
like
bit.
this one a lot.
Spike is stuck.
So if we haven't already,
I already did, but
Okay.
yeah, no, the dogs like to jump into the pool, and
so Thomas likes this one, the Dark Knight Rises one.
I like both of them.
I think you said you like this one more though.
I mean,
That's the one I
they're
said I picked.
$15 each, so
Here, because I'm gonna keep looking at this one, so I'm passing this one back.
okay.
I like this one.
Well, you get up close to the
Batman
mic and just
versus
start
Superman.
talking into the mic. Hi, how is everyone doing?
No, that was last week. Stop it. Last week was the noises.
I mean, we're gonna get a lot more noises because there's like an airplane goes by once every like minute or two.
That's true.
Because
See,
we're
there's the bee.
That's
There's
a,
another bee.
what
that
the
is a bee.
Hi, B.
okay. Well, we don't have any more hornet
No.
nests.
Is that a bee? That might be a wasp.
It's a wasp.
That's a wasp.
That's a wasp.
We don't
not a
have
bee.
any more wasp nests, so I don't know.
I mean, you probably do, just you haven't found them
Oh
yet.
yeah, there it is. Up by the windows.
Oh.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
I was like, all right, he's going somewhere. Let me just watch him.
God,
Yeah, good luck with that one, buddy.
All you
Might
gotta
have to
do
get
is-
Pete to go up to that one.
I mean, we can stand on that thing. It's stable enough.
It's stable for you?
Well, I wouldn't want to, but my dad can.
Your dad or Pete definitely could.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else happened this week we can talk about, because...
Spike is.
I mean, like, at the Brony meetup, we had the singing thing, which turned out great.
I was actually really glad that there was an 8-person limit and there were 8 people in there when we got there.
Yes, me too.
Because we both were just kind of like, well, I guess we can't go in. Let's go play games.
That's literally what we were like.
Well, if y'all had, like, showed up earlier, we only jumped in at, like, 7.
Well, we also didn't decide we wanted to go until right before we got there.
Yeah, no shit. We figured that out.
Yeah, because the whole day I was like, hey, Lori, we can go hang out because I need to get a new tire on my car because I blew out my tire. And then we can go to the meetup.
Oh, yeah,
and
that happened. I forgot.
And then she was like, no, I don't want to go to the meetup. So I was like, all right, we'll just hang out. So we went and picked up her boyfriend. And then after we picked up her boyfriend, she was like, let's go to the Brony meetup.
Well, no, we were trying
And
to figure
again,
out
you
something to
guys
do.
left like a half hour later.
God, no, we were there for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You guys left before we got out. We were only in there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We were in there a little bit over an hour.
We were there for long enough for me to waste $50 and to be pissed off about it.
Okay, yeah, but that's
Yeah,
your
that
fault.
was the most awkward car ride home ever. You giving me death stares in the little window.
No, it wasn't. I was watching Rick and Morty the whole time with my headphones on.
No, I saw you look up every once in a while and just.
I
have
never
this...
looked up. I was watching Rick and Morty the whole time.
Well, I just was like, oh my god,
As-
he's
Let's put it this way.
As
He
you
probably
guys can
looked
tell.
up, didn't realize he looked up, and it was nothing towards you.
Yeah, no, because so recently I've been watching the live stream of every Rick and Morty episode because I like Rick
has
and Morty
no
and it's amusing me.
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
No, you gotta
I
say
didn't
that
even
again.
care.
Well,
Say
it's
it again.
okay.
'Cause you have
They
no-
heard her, and that's all that matters.
I'll hear it whenever this comes out, and then I'll text you, be like, "What the fuck?"
Unless it was too quiet.
No, it probably got picked up.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways,
Oh, here comes the airplane.
but like I was watching Rick and Morty, and it was like the middle of season 2 that I couldn't remember anymore, so I was just
See,
into it. And
is the
watching
wind
it.
going to get picked up by the microphone since
Oh,
we
the
have
wind is
the...
being picked up.
Oh,
It's
joy.
We'll probably be able to edit it out and post though, or most of it.
Oh, your dog is trying to eat
Enough
a wasp.
That's fine. She'll learn.
Yeah, let her learn.
Somebody's gonna
Shut
watch
up,
the
Lori.
podcast and be like, that's fucked
She's
up.
Oh,
dumb
yeah,
enough
poor
to do
puppy.
it.
She ran away and had me chasing after her, like overweight, out of shape me, chasing after both the dogs for an hour
That's
in
funny.
95-degree weather.
That's hilarious. I thought you had a question you were going to ask everybody.
I did, but I was gonna save it for later in the podcast when we had nothing else to talk about.
Isn't that now?
No,
Oh, okay.
Sort of
we
is.
still have stories. So, last Saturday, after I went to work and after we recorded the podcast, I was driving home and my fucking tire blew out while I was driving home. So that was a fun
Hi,
fucking
Spike.
adventure.
You're wet.
Nice.
You shook yourself off right next to me. Fuck you.
Next to all the electrical equipment too.
None of it came this way. It all went towards Chris.
I mean, the
All of it.
microphone's close
Spike,
to Chris.
leave.
Spike's like, no, I like it here. But so that happened. So the next day on Sunday, Lori and I went to go get it fixed, and I had a spare tire in the back of my car. It just was a tire that
blew out too.
didn't have a rim. So we took it to the car shop with my fucked up tire. And I was like, how much to get this put on there? He was like, $5. So I was like, nice. So I didn't have to spend a shit ton of money getting a new tire, but I still
You
don't
need
have
to
any
just
money
go and
anyways.
buy the fucking new tire. Jesus, man.
That tire was pretty much brand new.
What you need to do is buy 4 new tire, or not new, but decent tires. You can do this online for fairly cheap.
I feel like Trixie said this to you.
Go then.
With what money, Chris?
It's the
I
same
don't
thing
know.
say
Stop
to you
spending your
every time you
fucking
tell
money.
me.
What? You mean the money I spend on bills every fucking week and only have $30 left at the end of the week?
No one said you had to go and buy an Xbox.
This argument is
That's
the same argument you and I have anytime I say something. You're like, then just go get the van fixed. It's like, we don't have money. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Trixie will work with you. It's like,
Trixie
fuck you.
does, though. Like, I haven't paid Trixie for a lot of the things I've done recently. He's waiting, or basically he knows I don't have a job to pay for it, and he's letting me slide until I have a better job. Then he'll hammer down on me.
Trixie's too nice.
This is why they need money.
Yeah, no, Trixie's being taken advantage of here.
Yeah.
It's not like they fix hundreds of dollars at a time. They do like
On my
20
dad's car, they do.
Oh, that's true. On my car, they fix like $20 items at a time. Like, oil change.
Yeah, but that $20 kind of
You are aware that oil change like is super cheap, right? Like you could do that yourself.
Yeah, but he already has the stuff.
There's not that much stuff required
You
either.
just kind of need a bowl.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's it.
Like that's the only
And a
extra
new
item.
and a new oil filter.
Okay. You act like this is expensive stuff. It really isn't.
Actually, if you buy like the full 5 gallons that you need, it typically comes with a oil filter.
Then again, we're talking
No, but
about.
my shitty car has a different oil filter from most cars.
They
That's
give
why-
you the oil
that's
filter
why-
that you need.
That's why I go to Trixie's place, because he can get the one that I need within like an hour.
Then again, we're
From
talking about instead of him going to support our friend, he should do it himself. But then again, he's not really supporting our friend.
Because he doesn't actually pay that much to begin with. It's really just like cover the cost of the stuff.
I mean, that's the perks of knowing a mechanic, though.
I guess.
It's not.
I don't feel good, but you know.
Seriously
You just
though,
don't feel good anyway.
go buy
Yeah.
new tires for your car.
I can't.
You will save money on gas because all the tires aren't fucked up.
This is true.
Seriously.
Actually, the only tire that was really actually fucked up was the one that blew out. 'Cause
Okay.
the one behind it is
All of your
brand
tires are like even, right? They've been rotated and they're both they're all even on both sides.
No,
Yeah.
not
Okay,
recently.
you're losing like money every time you drive that car.
He actually
I'm
has a
losing
point.
money just driving that car. It's a piece of shit.
He has a
Oh,
point.
Joey.
When you
Not
drive
only
a car that's tires aren't the same, you're wearing down the tire that's newer because it's burning that tread.
Yeah.
Because it's riding. What's the word I'm looking for?
Uneven.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you're riding on the outsides of
Okay,
your
when
tires.
did Lori become a car expert?
Because my grandpa taught me a lot about cars.
I'm not a car expert either, and I can tell you that you're losing your money doing that. Not only that, you are hurting your new tire.
Okay, well,
I'm
You're
not a car
better off
expert, I
just buying 4 new
fix my
tires.
cars.
I can't. I can't even buy a used tire.
Put $5 away every week. Seriously.
I can't. Like the one time I had extra money, I took the advantage to go get an Xbox so that we could use it for B&D stuff.
In which case, you need to get a better job.
Don't make
trying.
excuses. That is used for personal use.
Because every time I ask if you want to stream, you're like, no.
No, I don't want to.
Streaming is kind of annoying. Seriously, it is. Like,
Lori,
unless you're like going to be
Grow up.
making money or something,
No.
like streaming every day, just sort of.
well, it's not every day.
Well, no, not every day,
Once a
but for
week.
me, it's every day. It's
Bitch,
just
I haven't
it's
seen you
tiring.
get on Xbox Live in like a week.
Yeah, no shit. Might be because I've been busy.
What have you been doing?
All three of us are like pointing at the fucking
We've got
battlefield.
that. We're planning on buying an oxyacetylene torch so I can cut through steel faster, which is like a $300.
Oh, Spike. Oh, no. Oh, Spike. I love you too, buddy.
Let me get this
he's
away
so
from you.
wet. Oh,
So the
no,
play-by-
no, Spike.
Oh, you're getting all muddy.
I know. This is my favorite shirt.
Stop smacking me.
Well,
So
there goes the shirt.
no. Keep it on. God damn it.
Indecent exposure.
We're getting in the pool as soon as we're done.
No. I asked before this began. Are we sure we want to do this outside with the dogs?
Yes.
They might
Yes,
cause
it's
problems.
funny.
And everyone went, nah, it'll be okay. Here's the
fine.
dog causing problems.
Hey, get out of there.
Fine.
I'm fine with it.
Also, we probably
I'm
should
not.
mention. I don't know if we've said it. We probably did at the very beginning. This is going to be really short.
Yeah, we might like do like a second small podcast later to add on to this, so we have a full like.
Keyword being might. Is he peeing on you?
I don't think so.
Because I saw him start to lift his leg, so I was like, oh shit.
Well, he's lifting his leg to climb up
Get
more.
off, man.
It's because you're so low.
So
That's
I
what it
guess
is.
to
That's what it
explain
is.
what the hell's
Oh,
going
see,
on.
for
Actually,
me.
you know what? I'm not going to explain what's going on. It's funnier just to listen.
Yeah, no, it just use your imagination to see what's going on.
Spike is trying to escape the pool. That's what it looks like.
He doesn't like the water anymore. Okay, so anyways, here's a question that Lori asked me the other day, and I thought it was such a funny and good question that I was going to bring it up on the podcast.
Oh. So it's going to be like kind of embarrassing? Is that what?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
She's already blushing.
What was the first time you ever saw anything pornographic?
Well, no,
And what-
who popped your porn cherry?
That's
Hold
how
on.
she worded it, but
And-
I worded it a better way. That sounded more
Dude,
like a real
I have a
question.
story for
Okay,
you.
so while you guys think, I'm gonna tell mine real quick. So I was
hey.
I was 5 years old.
I don't
No, hold on.
remember.
I would say, like, saw porn for the first time and understood what it was?
Yes.
Or, okay.
The first time you saw it and was like, nice.
I don't remember what mine was. I just remember what happened.
So
3.
nice. So what it was like I was at my best friend Skylar's house in Iowa, and he like showed me this magazine he found in his dad's room. He was like, "Dude, check this out." And we were flipping through, and we're like, "Whoa!" So we took all of his dad's magazines and hid them in the doghouse in the backyard. I'm not kidding. They were in the doghouse, and we would go and sneak into the doghouse and look through. all
Was
the
there a
porn.
dog?
Yeah, no, they had a dog.
Oh, so how did this end?
I don't remember. I just remember us going back into the doghouse and looking through it. I don't think the dog used that doghouse. I think it was more of an inside dog, but it was there for when he was outside. But I just remember like multiple times going back to that little doghouse and just looking at like I think it was Playboy too, like specifically. It was so
So here are
funny.
these magazines that could potentially, like, be worth something
In the
Destroyed.
doghouse.
in a doghouse.
Well, that also reminds me of like years later, whenever we had moved back to Texas. Apparently, my mom had found my dad's porn stash because I had found it before under the sink, like hidden behind some stuff. And I would just sit and look at it whenever no one was home. And then apparently, my mom found it because I walked in there one day and there was just naked women torn up all over the floor. just torn and crumbled up and thrown on the
That's
floor.
a great sentence there. I feel like someone's taken that as an idea and has used that for something in hentai.
Naked women thrown on the floor.
No, torn up and thrown on the floor, specifically.
Okay. Anyways, Thomas, you sounded like you had a good story.
I have a couple, but none of them are the first time because I can't remember the first time. It's so fucking blurry.
Okay, whatever you think was the youngest time that happened. In fact, you can tell all of them if you really want to.
I don't know which one's the youngest because I don't remember my life in sequence.
Just tell them then.
The one that I remember the most is I don't remember where the fuck he got it, but I've told you about my Asian friend. You met his little brother.
Yeah.
Um,
They
don't say
were all
their names.
V's or something.
Yeah, they're all V's. Don't say their names.
They're all Victor 1, 2, 3, and 4. Victor 1, which is the oldest, I think.
Yes, but my friend, the second youngest. So
Yeah. The one that I met you when I
My
first
dog,
met
the
you.
lawnmower.
that was his younger brother.
That was the youngest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my friend, I don't know where the fuck he got it, but he had a porn tape.
Nice.
They just had it and they're
Like
like
a VHS.
Yes.
Okay.
They're just like, you guys want to watch this tonight? I was like, I guess. I don't know. Sure, why not?
For extra points, do you remember what it was called?
Busty Black Babes or some shit like that. It was black. I remember that part. But so we put it in and we start watching it, and like I don't remember if it was like 5 or 10 minutes later, something happens and it was just like, holy shit! We immediately stopped the video and threw the tape out.
What happened?
Probably anal.
I don't fucking remember. It was just like, what the fuck?
Or something that made a bunch of horny, like, little kids go, what the hell? So it's probably disgusting.
So we pulled the tape out, took it, and just fucking. I think he put it in a safe. And I was like,
Imagine their parents opening that safe and they'd be like, what the?
hi. But yeah,
Okay, Chris, do you have your story?
I was 3. I was on the internet.
You had internet when you were 3?
Yes.
Really? Because I didn't get internet till I was like 12.
No, my dad was fairly well.
Tech savvy.
Well, yeah, he was fairly well plugged into the tech world, so I think he understood fairly early on that computers and internet were going to be important. I
And
bet
they
he
are.
really regrets that decision, considering how much of a problem it is now. I'm not sure how I managed to stumble upon the porn site. Like, it was like a... It was one of those, like porn sites that just links to other things.
Okay, I know.
So, like, you click on an image hoping to, like, get a blown-up
To get
version of
that
that image,
and it
and it
takes
takes
you-
you off to another,
I
yeah,
hate those ones.
something like that. I think I would browse that site. I think I browsed that site for, like, a couple of weeks looking at stuff. I'm not sure if I understood what it was specifically, but, you know, I liked what I was seeing, I
I
guess.
touched the ground that time.
Yeah, I bet you do. You're gonna break the thing.
I'm just sitting on it like normal.
Okay, but it's you, so nothing is normal.
It's engulfed him.
That's true.
Yeah,
No, I
actually,
finally
again, it
got
is
caught
you.
though.
Bucky luck.
It is Bucky luck, so you're not wrong.
Oh no, you know what? I wasn't 3. I was 4.
4.
That's what it
Okay.
was.
Lori,
Hold on. Before we continue, I want to also say that my dad, one time, I left my PSP in the living room, and he found it. He turned it on, and apparently I had left it open.
that's funny because that's what I used to use my PSP for. And then my parents found all the porn on it, and they were like, "Well, this isn't yours anymore." And they just gave it back to me last weekend.
That's funny.
It really is.
No, no, I actually got caught looking at that site
Yeah.
as well.
Well,
My
the
mom-
thing was, so I'm really ashamed of this story now, but this is how it happened. Like back then with the PSP, I used to not shower and just look at porn instead of showering. I was addicted to porn back then, and I couldn't. Like I'd be like in the bathroom 45 minutes with the water blasting, never once get in the shower. Just sit, and I never like the worst part was I wouldn't like jerk off either. I would just sit there and look at porn and just look at it.
So it's kind of like how I do with Wish now.
Yeah.
Oh, same! I thought I was the only one.
Except for I actually shower.
Well, yeah, same, but...
But yeah, no, like, so my mom, like, walked in there and was like, "What are you doing?" Because I used to keep the PSP hidden in the back of the little cupboard in the bathroom so that I would just go and grab it when I need it. Or, like, if I knew I was in there too long, I would hide it back there so they wouldn't see it on my person as I was walking out. So she walked in there and started looking around for stuff, and she found it. And she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "This is my PSP. I was playing a game. What's the big problem? Why were you hiding it?" I had no excuse, so I was just like, So she turned it on and was trying to look through it and had Nathan look through it, and they found it. And so right when they found it, I walked down there and I just screamed like, "I'm looking at porn, all right?" Because I knew that they had found it anyway, so I might as well like admit it.
Now the question is, when you got it back, what is this? 15 years later?
No, that would have been
10 years later?
that would have been whenever I lived in Fort Worth right before I moved to Irving.
So at least.
So it would have been like a year or so before I met you.
So
Wait,
about-
when
about
did you live
11
in
years
Fort
ago.
Worth?
I lived in
Okay.
Keller.
Okay.
Oh, that's not Fort
So-
Worth.
That's Fort Worth.
Since you've gotten it back
Yes,
now,
it is.
11 years later,
I
did you
haven't
go to
charged it.
look at it?
No, I haven't charged it.
You
I don't know
need
where
to
the charger
see-
is.
You need to
Find what you
charge
used
it.
to
Well,
watch.
no, the thing is, I know what it was. It's the same stuff I still look at. It was mostly
Oh.
hentai.
Okay.
That's what I've always liked more.
That's lame, you're boring.
Well, the thing is on PSP, there was not a whole lot of regular porn you could find and download, because back then there weren't a whole lot of MP4 files of porn, and that's what a PSP needed. So most of it was just hentai, because that was really big in Japan for people to have porn on their handheld device. So that's most of what I had, and that's mainly why I'm into it now, because that's all I could find.
Dude, I was that person that just used my phone, went to the browser, and looked up pictures.
Well, the thing is, like, I remember the night, like, I used to only use my PSP to look up cheats and hacks for video games.
Why is this the biggest topic we've had?
And then, because we all have a lot of stories from porn.
Anybody that listens is gonna have the same kind of like.
But it's like, there was just one night where I flipped and I was like, I can use this to look up naked women.
Oh my god.
So I did.
All right, let's call that this discussion.
Well, no, because she
Yeah,
didn't get to
we
tell
need
her
to get to
story.
Lori.
Oh shit!
Oh, damn it! I thought
Lori's
y'all were
just-
gonna forget about me.
Yeah.
She's so red right now. It's hilarious.
I'm not.
Lori,
Oh.
your nickname is Wee Woo.
Shut up! It is.
That was all him, by the way.
No, that was all me. Well, because in Game Grumps they had Jimmy Wetzel on, and apparently that's like his catchphrase now is Wee Woo, Wee Woo.
All right, stop telling
That's like
stories.
a
Lori,
Stranger
go.
Danger thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because
so-
the podcast is gonna be short today. Fuck.
I think I was
Only have 10
9.
minutes left.
Okay.
Well, 10 minutes of time that we can record.
I think I was 9, and I
Oh
was
yeah,
in
because we have to. Yeah.
chat room, and random people sent me random things.
Oh, that's a really good story, Lori. Get more in depth, stupid.
No, I don't wanna.
She saw dicks.
I did. I saw dicks. I saw lots of dicks. People sent me like the meat spin thing a few times. It was great. And then I discovered.
Wasn't it RuneScape?
Yeah.
Yeah, get more
But it wasn't
specific.
RuneScape. It wasn't a RuneScape chat room. It was just a random chat
It was
room.
RuneScape. Wasn't your first boyfriend on RuneScape?
No, it wasn't.
Not anymore.
No. And then like my older boyfriend, he actually started sending me porn, like porn sites and stuff, and I found the meat and fuck games, and those were really fun. And then Bible Black happened.
See, no,
And that was-
fuck is just kind of annoying as shit.
I
Because you
love
want to do other things, while you're playing the game and you can't because you're just like, the instructions are move the mouse cursor back and forth as fast as you can, and you're just sort of like, I can't do both.
I was coordinated.
I mean, this isn't hard.
Okay, yeah, but I've got a laptop.
I had a laptop
This isn't
too.
hard.
Just get a wireless mouse.
Oh, I miss my
I
Toshiba.
have a few wireless well, I have one.
That had the full game of Bible Black on there.
I don't know what that is.
Is that a game or is it an actual anime?
There's an
series?
anime and then there's a game. Bible Black is a really sadistic hentai where it's death by sex. And
At least we know how Lori wants to die.
it opened up a world of things to me.
So, speaking of Lori's her first concert was Jonas Brothers. Make fun of
Shut
her.
the fuck up!
Seriously?
Yeah, no. This girl, the one that listens to rock and roll and goes to heavy metal concerts, her first concert was Jonas Brothers.
Oh, hey. No, she, one of your coworkers, was it? Listening to Hawthorne Heights?
I picked up a coworker the other day and we were talking about bands and he was like, oh yeah, I used to be really into Hawthorne Heights.
Still am her.
Basically.
At least my first concert was Twerp.
My first concert was
concert
Nickelback.
That was your
Rammstein.
first concert?
My first concert was Nickelback.
That was my first concert.
No, One Eyed Doll was.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't even consider that a concert because I was just like in the back going, oh, God.
From what I heard at Rammstein, you were headbanging.
Oh, yeah,
He
no, I was
was.
losing it.
No, if you want to know who was losing it, me at BFD during Stone Sour. Holy crap. I fell over 12 times rocking out.
I nearly did, and
no,
I was just like,
you know
all right.
you're having a good time when you fall, get back up and keep doing it.
No, I was, headbanging as hard as I could, and I like felt dizzy.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go sit down before I fall down.
Yeah, it actually sucked at BFD because she was sick, like really sick, so she couldn't jump around with me.
And when I would have to lay down
she would like
and be
fall
like, I'm
back
dying.
and just be like, all right, I'm done for a little bit. But thankfully, the people that were sitting next to us were rocking
Well, again,
with me.
the best part about like the Rammstein concert is because I'd been growing out my
I thought
hair
it was
a bit.
Stein or Steen. I forget. Stein?
Stein.
Yes, Rammstein.
It's
Ramen,
Steen.
Ramenstein.
Shut up.
Yeah, Rammstein would be no. It is, shit. No, it's Rammstein. It is Rammstein.
Rammstein.
Oh my god. Okay, again, I can't pronounce it right
I
because
just watched a bug fly in and out of your mouth. It went in, did like a loop-de-loop and came out while you were talking.
I just imagine all the other little bugs are like, I dare you to do this.
And they were like, I don't think I'm gonna make it, guys. And he's like, I'll give you a bug dollar.
He made it out. They're all just like, yeah! There they are. There's all their friends.
They're all over there.
God damn it.
Oh,
The best part about that
end this very soon.
best part about that concert was
Then
I'd
we'll
actually been
save
growing out my hair for once, so it actually felt really good to be headbanging.
oh no, dude.
Because again, the
headbanging is
head was like
best
the hair
with
was
long
actually going places.
Yeah, I know. Like it
Nice.
feels. That's why I always make sure my hair has a little bit of oomph with it when I cut it, because headbanging is like, yeah, like that. I really hope it was picking up that like.
Yeah, I don't think it did, but
That'd be awesome.
unfortunately, this is
might.
the longest my hair has been in since middle school, and it only really goes down to what, my nose?
Lori's got the longest hair. She wins.
Yeah.
Get out of there, Spike.
Oh my god, though high school me with the attempted long
High
hair was
school
hilarious.
never ends.
No, because I tried to grow my hair out a little longer so I could look like, I think it was one of the band members of AFI.
Let me just do this.
Seriously, because I actually kind of like their look. Not necessarily their music, but their look.
The original reason I grew my hair out long was to look like Kurt Cobain.
Because you want
Fair
to shoot
enough.
yourself?
Well, now I do. No, but that was the original reason I grew out my hair, and it took me, like, my mom would only ever let me get, like, a bowl cut. Almost.
No,
That's why-
that's the problem is my long hair looked like I had a bowl cut. So, there's, like, me dressed in all black, which I'm actually almost pulling off now.
You almost always
And
do
all
that.
of my hair is down like this. And I'm just like,
Yeah!
yeah! Aren't I
Good! Well, it's like, I think everyone had a cringy look in middle, like, between middle and high school, because, like...
Oh, yeah.
Because,
No,
I mean,
it
when
was
I first
bad.
met Thomas, I had, like, the Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber had it, and he had, like, something kind of similar that was flat, too. And now look at all of us, except for her. She still looks like Bobby Hill.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're gonna have to end the podcast for this week, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I know this one was short. We'll make up for it next week. Thank you all so much, and we will see you guys next week. Later.
Bye.